Hi everyone, it's Danae Seibert and
Hi guys.
Scott Schmerin.
That's my name.
And we're here tonight, though I'm lighthearted and happy as can be. I promised you that I would keep you abreast of my journey of ovarian cancer, stage 3. And as you know, a year ago, I believe it was May 3rd, I was diagnosed, and I promised to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it was quite a journey, and the support and the love that I got from all of you was beyond words. And so November 27th of last year was my last treatment. A PET scan said everything was clear, and so I went off la-di-da to live my life. And of course, you know, you get checked every, 3 months, 9 weeks, and about a month ago, I want to give you this information. Are you going to share that?
I'll go over the top.
Okay, Scott's going to do that, but there's a number that tests your blood, and unfortunately my number is going back up. And what that means is, though cancer is not showing itself right now on a CAT scan, it's microscopically in my body, and it's just a matter of not if, when. So I have made a decision to, there was no way that I could go and do chemo again. It wasn't for me initially, though my experience and my journey was remarkable, and the support that I had from Rush was great, but they had one shot. And so now I have another approach. And just so you know, I'm kind of girl, I don't go to the doctors. I did go for my normal checkups, and so this number going up, I'm one to just put my head in the sand and think, okay, I have a year to live, maybe a little bit longer, maybe less, and that's just the way it's going to go. I'm not going to chase cancer. Well, I'm very blessed to have a man in my life and support that came up with a plan, and I'm going to let him explain it to you, because if you're out there and you are in a crisis with cancer, like you've been given a death sentence, like this is it, having cancer doesn't mean a death sentence. It doesn't. It's actually, it can actually be a way to look at life completely different. So I'm going to let Scott explain what we're going to do and keep you in the loop of what's next.
You know, for those of you who have been following, know the story that's been going on, and some of you that are new friends to Danae. So on May 3rd of last year, she was diagnosed with stage 3C ovarian cancer. And if you're not familiar with ovarian cancer, right now it's the number 4 killer of women in this country, and it comes back. Most women don't find out they have it till it's at least stage 3, and in 70% of the time it comes back after they've, quote unquote, supposedly gotten rid of it. So Danae went through this. She had major surgery. She had a complete hysterectomy in June. I believe it was June 1st of last year, and then she started chemo. We decided she would try one round of chemo. It was based on some of her friends who are doctors, and to give him a shot at it. And so she went through with flying colors. She finished her chemo in November, and she was clear. And then in May, she went back for one of her checkups, and there is a marker they use for women for ovarian cancer. It's called CA125, which stands for cancer antigen. And normal is under 30, and after she went through this whole thing, it was at 12. And in May, it came back at 212, and they were concerned. And so she went back 3 weeks later, which is a couple weeks ago, and it went from 212 to over 700. And in Danae's eyes, and I guess we thought the same thing, is, okay, it's just a number, because she feels great. She's wonderful right now. She feels terrific. And we all sat in this place of complacency for a couple weeks. And then I had a great opportunity, because of her sister, Patrice, and her great friend, Carla. We sat down, the three of us, and had a meeting. So, if we don't do something, this incredible woman is going to be out of our lives in probably a year if we don't do something. So we sat down, and we have a very good friend who's one of the top OB-GYNs in the country, and she gave us some options, and some of the options they've already been exploring, and unfortunately it's not treatment that we can get in this country. And cancer does not have to be a death sentence. And we met this incredible doctor. His name is Dr. Antonio Jimenez, and we are going to head to Mexico for some really incredible treatment. And I had a great opportunity in working through this, and what we did is we put this whole thing together for Danae, and on Friday night we sat down, I guess if you want to call it intervention, and said, hey, It's time for you to take your head out of the sand, and it's time for you to decide to live. And we laid out this whole program for her. There are treatments she's been getting there that you can get in parts of Europe, but you can't get in this country. And so we'll be going to Cancun probably sometime in August. And she is going to go through this wonderful experience. And she's on a mission. And she's on a mission. She wants to share this with you all. And this whole journey. And also that really cancer does not have to be a death sentence. That there are ways, and it's not just what you're being told from your doctor in your hospital. There are other things you can do that actually do work. So why don't you say what you're going to say? This is your journey.
I think, I see Paulette is watching, and boy, I know how you feel. I think when you're told that you have cancer, it is a death sentence. It's not a matter of when, it's how you're going to die in this horrible death scene of hospice and everyone around you before you take your last breath. And so I think having my surgery and going through what I had to go through, I finally realized I did want to live. And then when the numbers went up again, I thought, okay, this is my destiny, because I'm not going to do standard care. I'm not about being average. And I'm not slamming standard care either, because I know it has saved lives. It's just not my journey. I thought that, okay, I really thought this is my last summer. And I'm not sharing this with you to be a victim. I'm sharing with you this is the truth of cancer and what you walk through and how you feel when you're told this. And when Scott and my sister and Carla, they've named themselves DOPE. Danae's opinionated
panel. We are DOPE. We are Danae's. It's Danae's opinionated
panel of experts. Right. And I love it. We're DOPE. So for the first time, when they sat down and they told me, look, if you don't do something, you're going to die, I realized that I'm not done here. My job's to inspire people to be sexy, whatever they might be going through. And if I die, who's going to help you feel sexy? So I have hope, and I don't feel that cancer's a death sentence anymore. This is a part of my journey that's going to be able to help me inspire other people to approach this disease with hope and more positive energy. Ovarian cancer, there's more standard care treatment, but in the last 30 years, nothing's evolved. It's the same.
The stats have not changed really for the last 30
No.
years of the percentages of people that actually survive more than 5 years.
And 1 out of 20 people many years ago had cancer. Now it's 1 out of 2. And when I was diagnosed, you wouldn't believe how many women I knew on my block where I live. It's almost like every other house had some kind of cancer. So we need to find a different approach. And I'm going to be that girl who goes to Mexico. And I'm not taking this lightly. This isn't, Mexico. This is an incredible facility with amazing results that Scott has actually talked to some of the people who have been healed that were on their deathbed. And so we're already trying to reach out to some people that we know that have had some bad news recently, that maybe they'll explore this and have an opportunity to know that cancer isn't a death sentence, that it's just the beginning of your life, it's just a different journey. So
we've got a lot of living to do. You've got a lot of living to do.
Yeah.
And so as the more of the details come in, she's going to keep you posted, and we'll let you know what's going on. And we want to share this journey with you because hopefully it'll give hope to somebody else. And they realize that because someone tells you that you're not going to live, that they're full of shit, and that you can live, and you can live the life you want to live, because you know what? You owe it to yourself.
Right. So everybody, have a great Sunday night. I love each and every one of you, and some of you I hardly even know, but I know you because I can feel your love and your energy, and I want you to know that that's very important. So have a great Sunday night, and we'll see you later. This is Danae and Scott.